So it's really important to me that I share this situation and what happened to me this weekend more than anything so that I can protect other people from going through what I went through. My Instagram account was hacked, and then hijacked. And it was really stressful. You can see I have like teenage acne from how stressful it was. But I'm leaving this video here because I want everyone to know that it can happen to you. It's really easy, even when you think that it can't, because I always was like, oh, that'll never happen to me. And I want to tell you what you can do to protect yourself from this happening to you. I mean, really and truly, this was every business owner's worst nightmare. I don't recall a time ever in my life, work wise, that I felt as sick as I did, and I really had a moment where I thought I would never get it back. And I have worked really hard to cultivate my Instagram account, and I utilize it for business. And I'm going to kind of share some of the eye-opening things that I realized. But I want to leave this video here so that you can see it, you can reference it, you can share it, because I think it's really important for everyone to know. So first, I'm going to tell you in this video what happened and then what you can do to protect your own business. And then I'm going to do a second video where I tell you how I retrieved my account, because it is the way I retrieved my account so quickly is nowhere to be found on the internet. And it actually, the way that I did it and did it successfully was because someone else who this happened to told me how they got their account back. It had nothing to do with any kind of Facebook or Instagram customer support. So essentially what happened was we were in the car and I was answering some DMs. We were driving home from a friend's house and I was just answering some DMs. And you have like a million different spinning plates at all times, right? And I got a DM from a business colleague of mine, and actually someone who is going to be on the Dear Founder podcast this week. So I didn't even think anything of it. And the DM was like, hey, I'm trying to get verified by Instagram and I need verification by 15 people that I'm legit. That was the sentiment of the text. And it said, I'm going to send you a text. Can you just copy it and paste it back to me? And I'm doing a million other things. And like I said, this is a friend of mine. This is someone that I work with, someone that I just interviewed for Dear Founder, someone who is going to be on the podcast this week. And I was probably DMing earlier in the day or at some point last week. And I truly thought nothing of it. And I went into my texts and there was a link, and I quickly copied and pasted it. And as I hit send, I noticed that there was an extra L in her name. And I said to I paused for a minute and I was like, huh. And then I questioned myself, like, did I spell her name wrong? But I looked at her account and it was her account. Like, I know how many people follow her. I know these things, and it was her account. And I hit paste and I gave them this link, and within minutes I was locked out of my account, and the link was actually a reset for my own account. So basically what happened was I set up Instagram, I don't know, 8 years ago. And when it was set up, I put my phone number in, and I've had the same phone number for 8 years, and it was associated and attached to my account, and you could see it. And the hacker sent me the text message for my own reset. And why would I ever have, I know it sounds insane, and I will tell you that I really and truly, I was beating myself up about it. I couldn't believe how dumb I was. I couldn't believe that I fell for something like this. But I also know that we're doing a million things at once, like as moms, as business owners, just as humans, right? And I just didn't think anything of it. And my friend was asking me for help, and I wanted to help her. And that's why I did it. And so within minutes, I was locked out of my account. I went into my email, and which if you ever get locked out of your account, the first thing you want to do is go into your email. Instagram sends you a email that says someone changed your email. Was this not you? I will say I got that email and I clicked the link. It was not me. It was probably within 5 minutes of them sending me this email, and I was already locked out. So to be honest, you have to get that email and hit it right away, or else it kind of defeats the purpose. I was really disappointed by that. And they changed my handle, they changed the phone number associated with the account, they changed the email, and I was completely locked out of the entire thing. And um, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, like literally and truly, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna get this back. And um, we got home and I came into the house, and I thankfully have a friend at Facebook, and I texted him and he told me to send him an email with all this information. And I'm so grateful for all the help that he gave me this weekend. He put in on Saturday morning, he put in like a friends and family ticket for me to try to help me retrieve my account. But that actually isn't how I got my account back. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But, I'm going to get to that in a second video because I want to keep these separate. But, the long and the short of it, and I will tell you how I got my account back again in the other video, but I did get my account back. It took about 24 hours from the time, maybe a little more than 24 hours from the time that it was hacked. I will tell you, there is no customer support from Facebook or Instagram surrounding this. When you go to their page and you're like, I was hacked, it sends you round and round and round and round, clicking on different things. There's no one to talk to. There's no live chat. There's nothing. And that to me was really disappointing. This is the biggest company in the world. We rely on their products for almost every form of communication. Someone had hacked my Instagram, was sending messages to other people as me and trying to hack them. And they actually were successful in hacking one or two other people. So you would think that Facebook and Instagram have something set up for this. They don't. And that was really eye-opening and disappointing to me. And the other thing that was very eye-opening is how much we rely on Facebook and how much we rely on Instagram. And really and truly moving forward, I am gonna emphasize trying to play up my email list and other ways, because all I could think about in the moment was, oh my God, if I lose this and they never give it and I never get it back, where are these people going to find me? How am I going to find my community? What is going to happen? And that notion was making me sick to my stomach. So anyways, in order to protect your account, these are the things that I want to tell you what you need to do. The first thing is you need to have two-factor authentication on your account. You can go up into the settings on your Instagram. It's really easy to do. You open up your Instagram. I'm going to kind of walk you through it so you can do it. You hit those like three bars in the corner and you go to settings, and then you go to security. And in security, there is a thing called two-factor authentication. I thought it was set up on my Instagram, but it wasn't. So what that does is anytime someone logs in to your account from a different device, even if it's you, and I'll tell you, it can get annoying because I had this on my work account for so many years, and it's going to be on all of my accounts moving forward. It will prompt you and ask you to authenticate and enter like a code or a password or whatnot that it's you. Had I had that set up, I don't think that this would have happened. I thought I had it set up, and I must not have. And I set it up now so that I have it set up a million different ways. You can set it up like through an authentication app, through text messages, and WhatsApp, and then there's additional methods as well. And I would click on that as well. You can make it so that you get a request to approve any device that logs in, and then you can also get a set of backup codes that can get you into your Instagram. Each code is it generates like 6 codes for you. Take a screenshot and you put it in a safe place, and then if you ever get locked out, you have these backup codes that you can use to get into your account. So I would absolutely make sure that you have two-factor authentication set up on any of your Instagram accounts, and you have to set up each account individually. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I would take your phone number off your Instagram account. That is how they got to me. A lot of people are telling me that it's very rampant. That's what's happening. So I, like I said, set up my account years ago. And how did I know? I didn't even think about it, but it was visible. So you can go into your account and go into personal information, and you can set it so that it's not visible in your profile. Because essentially you're giving any hacker your number to use against you. And it's becoming very, very widely prevalent. So I would absolutely take your number off your account. There's no reason that it needs to be on there. If someone wants to get a hold of you, they'll find you. I don't even have my phone number on my website. It's a Google number. And because I don't want my number like that out in the world for people to have. I think on Instagram, if someone goes to your Instagram page and wants to reach out to you, they'll DM you. They'll DM you or they'll go to your website and email you. I wouldn't even keep your email public, to be honest. I just don't think it's necessary. I think on Instagram, if you're using it for business, you check your DMs. There's no reason. You can always take something over to email or take it over to your phone, but I don't think that you should absolutely take those things off your profile. There are other ways to contact you. And then the last thing I want to say about security and safety is that so Instagram doesn't have protocols where you need to send people like things, right? Like to achieve things. So in this case, the person that was like the hacker who was posing as my friend was saying that they were trying to get verified. And I didn't think about it. I honestly, like, I fell for it. Honest to God, I fell for it. And I think anyone could and can. And, if someone suggests that you give something to them so that they can do X, Y, and Z through Instagram, it probably is not true and it probably is a scam. So I would pause for a minute and Google it and look it up and see if it's really a thing. Usually when it is some kind of hacker scam, you will be able to find it really quickly and you'll know. And like I said, at the last minute, I noticed that my friend's name was spelled wrong. And that should have been, I did pause and I did hesitate, but that should have been a clear indicator that this was not the right thing for me to be doing. So I learned my lesson big time. And I'm sharing this with you so that you don't ever have to learn yours. Because like I said, the Facebook customer support was next to none, minus my friend who is amazing, but that's not his job. And so I share this with you so that you can make sure that you are protected and your account is protected, because I do not want this to happen to any of you. So I am going to end this video here, and then I'm going to start a second video that's going to talk about how you can get your account back if and when it is hacked. And I think that that's a really important thing that I want to have here in this container, so that really and truly anyone who experiences this can have this information, because the way I got my account back is not publicized anywhere. And I know a few people who have used it to get it back that way, and a couple of the people that I know who were impacted by this, that's how they got their account back. So I will be putting up part 2 in a few minutes with that information. And of course, as always, if you have any questions for me, you can always DM me. You can always message me. There's a million places to find me. But it's really important to me that I share this with everyone so that you know how to protect yourself. So thanks so much for taking the time to listen.